Topsy and Tim go on an aeroplane.
Topsy and Tim were off on their summer holidays. They were going in an aeroplane. The airport was very big. Topsy and Tim had a long ride in a bus to reach the terminal building. Then they had a long ride on an escalator to get to the right part of the building. Their luggage went for a long ride too, on a moving platform. Topsy and Tim watched an aeroplane land. It looked much bigger when it was not in the sky. The door was high off the ground. "How will the people get out?" asked Topsy. "Through a special tunnel," said Mummy. "You will see when it's our turn to get on the plane." The loudspeaker voice announced that Topsy and Tim's aeroplane was ready. Soon they were walking along a telescopic tunnel and stepping into the aeroplane. It looked like a very long bus. "Welcome aboard," said the stewardess to Topsy and Tim. The stewardess helped Topsy and Tim fasten their safety belts. She gave them some comics and some sweets. "Suck a sweet when the aeroplane starts to fly," she said. "It will stop your ears hurting." Tim took 2 sweets. "One for each ear," he said. The stewardess laughed. "They go in your mouth, not your ears," she said. The big aeroplane flew up into the sky. Topsy and Tim watched trees and houses grow as small as toys. "My ears have gone funny," said Topsy. "You didn't suck your sweet, that's why," said Tim. Topsy and Tim were flying above the clouds. "Isn't this exciting?" said Mummy. But the clouds went on for miles and miles. Topsy and Tim began to fidget. Lunch came in interesting plastic trays. Each piece of food had its own shaped space like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. Topsy and Tim tried to swap pieces. The stewardess had to clear up the mess. Then she said, "Topsy and Tim, the pilot would like to talk to you." The stewardess took Topsy and Tim to the pilot's cabin. "Hello twins," said the pilot. "I've been hearing about you." He showed Topsy and Tim all the switches and levers and dials he used to fly the aeroplane. "Do you think you could fly my aeroplane?" asked the pilot. Topsy and Tim were not sure. They went back to their seats and fastened their safety belts once more. Then they pretended to be pilots. "Will you land our aeroplane now, please, pilots?" asked the stewardess. Topsy and Tim could see the flaps moving in the aeroplane's wings to make it fly lower. "I'm doing that when I move this lever," said Tim. But Topsy and Tim both knew the real pilot was doing it. Topsy and Tim's aeroplane landed with hardly a bump. "Goodbye everybody," said Topsy and Tim. They waved goodbye to the stewardess and to the pilot up in the aeroplane's nose. Then they went to meet their luggage on another moving platform. And that is how Topsy and Tim flew in an aeroplane.